Hello and welcome to Adventures in One Love. I'm Lydia, and in today's episode, we're rounding out Hispanic Heritage Month by sharing another conversation that we had with poet, author, and overall creative Lady Lee. She's the owner-operator of the Poets Passage in Old San Juan, Puerto Rico. And on a chance meeting, our team was able to interview her and hear about the effects of the hurricane, the effects of COVID, economic issues that Puerto Ricans are having there. She just really gave us some very special insight and ways that we can support the creative community there. But in today's conversation, she really blesses us on sharing her wisdom on what refining, really giving your all to your gifting, what that can do in your life, how God can use you to not only bless your community, but also express his love to others. This was just a great conversation that we were able to have with her. You will hear the cookies in the background. It runs all the time at her art installation. So make sure you read the subtitles if there's something you can't hear, because the wisdom she shares is just precious. Check out some of the other conversations we've had. She's really blessed us. Check them out at the Poets Passage. We'll make sure the links to their Instagram is down below. But make sure you like this video, make sure you subscribe to our channel, and let us know in the comments below if there are other interviews, if there are other conversations or topics that you'd like to see on this channel. We're really trying to grow and refine our skills and gifts, and we want to make sure that we are meeting the needs that you may have. We love you. Thanks for joining us. Check it out. So from the creative standpoint, because your work is amazing,
thank you.
And I can hear romantic themes, romantic love, maternal and familial love. What inspired all of this? Like, what started the Poets Passage?
Well, the fact that there wasn't a place like the Poets Passage. What started Poets Passage? Well, it's been a calling for me to write since I was very young. Like, even before I knew how to spell, I was writing poetry, and it was always a conversation with God. To this day, every poem I write is a conversation with God. It's usually God, what should I do? And the poems come through as answers. Knowing what love is, and knowing what truth is. Have I been honest? Have I been honest? I'm honest with you, but have I been honest with me? I'm like, okay, but so it's been, so poetry to me has been that conversation. And also, there's so many divisions in religion that I feel like the best way to introduce love, God's love, is to be through a neutral zone, a neutral place that's not attached to historic places or anything, something new that everyone feels welcome. And through that, they see the kindness, and if they get closer to me and find out where it comes from, well, that's when I reveal through actions, through my actions, I reveal my faith. And little by little, it grows.
So we have an aspiring group of writers. We started a little writing club. I say a little writing club. Back in the day, the Babysitters Club. We're not babysitting. We're trying to be writers with Coffee Writers Cafe.
Oh, cool.
And it started out of like a need for accountability. And we meet every Tuesday. So this is going to be the coolest Coffee Writers Cafe ever in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
Because we'll be here at the Poets Passage.
And it's Tuesday. It's funny because poetry, for some reason, even without reading history or anything like that, anyone who's involved in poetry will always do poetry on a Tuesday. And if you look back in time, all the way back from the Greeks, it was always on a Tuesday. And no one knows why. I didn't choose a Tuesday for any particular reason of historic or anything. I just said Tuesdays, and it's always been Tuesdays. I'm not surprised.
I know, right? It just works that way. What would you say to those creatives that are aspiring to, whether it be poetry or writing or music, or what would you say to the creative that wants to make a difference? What would you say?
Well, they first have to decide what type of difference do they want to make. Do they want that difference to be made on a personal level and through their friends, or they want that difference to be made as a profession? Because there's two roads diverge to the yellow wood. And I took the one less traveled by. No, but yeah, there's two. There's when you want to write to make a difference for those you love and who are around you, then speak the truth. Always number one, and that goes for both sides. Speak the truth and enjoy it. Don't try to impress. When you start trying to impress someone is when you put up building blocks. Usually when you try to impress, it really does the opposite. It takes away from who you are, who you really are impressed with. Now on a professional level, well then you have to basically, I say that on a professional level, you have to choose something in your life. Like, you have to give, let me see, how do I put this? Human beings have a tendency of, everybody they love has a different aspect or place in their life, right? So you give 10% of your time, of your being to 15 over here, 40 over here, 20 over here. So you basically are juggling what you want to do because you're not 100% sure, right? So you just do dabble. So basically, that pattern will not change. You have to find out, if you have a calling inside, that should be your 99. 99, in it, you're gonna sweat. It's gonna cause you stress. It's because you have to give it your 99. Now, because you give that your 99, everything else is a breeze. I can cook. If it comes out great, amazing, well, thank you. I am not a chef, so I have no stress in cooking. Now, if I was a chef, I'd be like sweating. I gotta make sure the ingredients, I gotta know where they come from, and they're there, all that. I expect a chef to put that into his dish if he calls himself a chef. A painter puts everything into their painting. Every minute is painting, stress, painting. And that's why when you see works of art, you're like, oh my God. Now me, I paint, but I'm not a painter, so I paint with fun. Oh wow, if it comes out nice, oh my God, that's just luck. I had a blast doing it. And the same thing, I'm not a business person, so I don't have stress in business. I am like my accountant that has gray hair because of the way I do business. But he's the accountant, that's his profession, so that's your job. That's what you chose that you wanted to do. I am a poet, and that's my 99. That other 1%, I have no idea. I haven't dabbed into that area, but poetry that's it. Everything else is secondary, and therefore I can do anything else without any stress about it. So for the writers, if you feel you're a poet and you're not doing it, basically God's like, why? I spent all this and generations from the first human being, everything to come up so that I could make you do this gift, and you're not going. So it's like, back to the drawing table. No, it's your job to follow that instinct and to listen, and your joy comes with it. So ever since I gave 100% to poetry, or 99%. Everything around me has fallen through. All my dreams have come true. Faith, blind faith, everything. I met my husband through poetry. I bought this building through poetry, and it's all because I gave it 100% or 99%. So once you start walking that path, even though it doesn't have a pamphlet of how to step by step, once you follow, everything that you need will be there. And if you feel like there's something that you have to do, someone says, do this, listen. I mean, come on, how easy can it be? But then of course we're trained as, in society, oh no, I gotta do it, and that's on purpose. I think that the negative forces don't want you to listen, because it's so easy to listen. to hear, you pray, you have to listen too. You have to listen more than you pray.
Yeah.
And that's the hard part.
Yeah.
Because the world will make sure that you're distracted. So you have to keep.
I love this.